All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, it's your brother Yaquab coming at you with another brief lesson, some breaking news. All right, breaking, they're talking about energy lockdowns, okay? Energy lockdowns. What they're saying, most likely what happened here in the United States is energy lockdowns. And if you don't know what an energy lockdown is, it's basically restricting your movement and restricting, your activity in the name of energy. Like, okay, so instead of you having the ability to get, a full tank of gas, we're going to restrict your movement by limiting the gas that you get. And it might be some shit like, whoever has a 2000 or whoever has their license plates in at the with this number or this letter, you get gas this day or you get gas this day. And there only will be like so many liters or 1 gallon or so forth and so on. This will restrict your movement by a long shot. Now, some people might say, well, as long as I can get to work. Well, you don't track your gas like that. Most people just get in, they fill up, and when the thing is almost on E, they go, okay, all right, I got to fill up again. All right. They don't really track how much gas they or what they actually use their gas on. All right. People go to the grocery store, the gym, go out and about to do everything. Hey, so this whole thing of I just want to go to work. Well, off a few liters of gas, you won't be able to get to the grocery store. Depending on how far you are from the plantation. You got people where I live that have Ford F-150s, F-250s. All right. That they say when they're on the highway, they can see their fucking gas meter go down. They can physically watch it go down. Now, these are people that, make up your job too, and I'm going to say it like this. Well, how are they going to get to the job with a couple of liters of gas? But they not. That's what it is. That's just they not. All right. So energy lockdowns can look, these truckers, man, that takes money. So you're talking about price hikes because, your food just doesn't magically pop up on your grocery store shelves, man. What happens is those truckers got to take that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles from ports to your local grocery stores. So that takes gas and diesel on top of what the tariffs already are. So what's going to happen is what? Price hikes there. You're looking at an increase of the crime rate, domestic violence, all of this, man. It's about to increase. All right? Because the people are about to start losing their jobs and start having less money to eat, start having less money to just move and live, the basic needs in life. So what you're about to see in turn is people start to take that. All right? Now that's a little, in the future. But nonetheless, that will be the effects of an energy lockdown. No further ado, let's watch this.
We are now hearing of lockdowns, energy lockdowns. But what exactly is that, and how could that impact us here in the United States? Some people have been saying that this could be worse than COVID. This could be worse than the pandemic.
You know what? And our people right now, they're saying peace and safety. I believe it's 2 Thessalonians. What was it? 3. Bear with me. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, I know. Okay. Let me see. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Yeah, here you go. For when they shall say peace and safety. That's what our people are saying right now. A lot of people don't even know that a partial government shutdown is happening right now. All right. They don't even know how bad the war has gotten. They don't even know that American soldiers are dying right now. They don't even know that the draft that got pushed up to age 42. They don't know that Trump's health is declining. And the top medical experts are saying that this mug fucked around and caught a stroke. They don't know anything about anything. But you know what they do know? All right, that they just got their check and they turning up tonight. All right, that club said half off, ladies free, and men, if you get in, you get a half off on a section. They know that. They know the weed man said, hey, he giving 80 for an ounce. All right, they know how to walk out here and do their own creature come to be a fucking nigga and a bitch. That's what they know. How to be wicked. They wise to do evil. That's what they know. Right? They said peace is safety. But guess what? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Right? Sudden destruction is going to come upon them who are not on their watch, just out here just doing whatever they want to do. Off that Aleister Crowley spirit, that satanic spirit of do as thy wilt. You want to do whatever you want to do, okay? Well, the lights will go off while you're doing what you want to do. When a dude is just about to put his rod into a woman that ain't his, all right? They about to bump uglies. That's when the lights will go off, all right? Right when a motherfucker about to do his wickedness, the lights can go off, all right? It could be a false flag terrorist attack. It could be a shutdown on here, all right? They could, like the one guy said, you could wake up in the morning and your phone going off saying that there's been a massive cyber attack, and how you will get alerts to stand by the phone because everything is off, and you're going to get alerts from time to time. Stay by the phone. A cyber attack from China has went down. They just invaded Taiwan. Suddenly, your destruction will come upon you, but people don't think like this. They think you're a little too, like, what you're saying is a little far-fetched. Because as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Just like a woman can't escape those labor pains, these 2/3 out here, you're not going to be able to escape the destruction, the judgment. All right? So repent right now, man. Bear with me. I'm going to let this play that we're going to exit. I'll get ready for plantation.
Not for the fact that we could see people pretty much shut into their homes. They cannot move. They cannot go anywhere. Schools closed. Businesses shut down. Travel is pretty much suspended. No, that's not the lockdown that we're seeing. So today, we're going to address what could be coming here to the United States. And some are already saying that this should be on the table. The options should be there for this in the matter of days. But listen to this right here. It says, a new oil shock is building. The next few weeks of war will be decisive for the economy. Okay. We're not going to talk about the war. We know the war's going on. We know what's happening. We know there's still time left. It's not over. But I want to read you something else. It says, what is an energy lockdown? Why the term is trending, how it's different from the COVID lockdowns, and the IEA releases 10 demand-side measures to ease oil crisis. All you need to know. Okay? I was reading this article, and one of the things that I was looking at was, how does this differ from the pandemic? Well, this is where things get interesting, okay? I want to read you their 10-point, this is the IEA's 10-point plan. It shows it right here. First off, work from home where possible. Okay, that's something that a lot of people could do. This is also something that many companies are starting to implement. That if you are able to work from home, you should at least a couple days a week. That's what we're hearing. We're also seeing that students that are going to a university, they should actually do their stuff online. Take classes online, because this would actually reduce the oil consumption. It would help it by easing the cost of fuel.
These features from Robinhood Gold are too good not to share. Get a 3.35% APY with Robinhood.
The oil consumption. It would help it by easing the cost of fuel, which again is going to help everybody. It also says reduce highway speed limits by at least 10 kilometers. Okay? It lowers the usage of fuel for cars and trucks if you go at a slower speed. That's something obviously that makes sense. It says encourage public transport. Okay, if you have your own car, maybe you only drive your car in certain areas or certain days.
Do you hear all this? Hey man, Babylon is done. It's through.
It says alternate but private car access in large cities. There's a number plate rotation. They're already doing this, I believe, in India, I think. There's actually several countries that are implementing different things. So that's there. They also say there's efficient driving for commercial vehicles, better practices and maintenance, cut diesel use, divert LPG use from transport to preserve LPG for cooking and essential needs. Obviously, this is over in Europe and over in Asia and stuff like that. Avoid air travel where alternatives exist. Switch to other modern cooking solutions like electric, and leverage flexibility and petrochemical feedstocks. Okay. Here's what could happen in the United States, and this is, according to experts, is the most likely option. Okay? Here's what you need to know. First off, the most likely is a driving restriction. We saw this back in the 1970s, during the 1970s oil crisis, where there was fuel rationing. So essentially, people couldn't just go and drive and spend 24 hours on the road, okay? Because then again, it's not a restriction on the time. They're restricted as to how much fuel they could get.
Right, so to go out to the club, that's over with. To go out to go eat. First of all, you ain't gonna have the money to do that. And if you had an extra few dollars or whatever like that, the price of a plate of food in a restaurant is gonna be so goddamn high. You might as well go to the grocery store, goddammit. Just like that one lady did. She was like, yo, this is a pack of chicken wings for $30 fucking something dollars. I might as well go to a grocery store. I'm at a restaurant and at least had these motherfuckers cooked, seasoned. Is she right? Like, yo, for that I get the same amount, cooked, seasoned, and all type of shit, man. Hey, so with this energy lockdowns and this energy pullbacks, there's not going to be time to go out here, fuck, suck, and meet up and be fucking freaks, man. Hey, we're going to see a lot go down. Isaiah 4:1 is on the rise as well, man.
And so that essentially limited how much time they could drive. So by rationing fuel, it actually lowers the amount people drive. The other one is odd even license plate days. This is what some people are discussing. The other one is to limit non-essential travel.
Odd even license plates. If your license plate's in an odd number, you can get gas this day. And we're only giving people 2 liters. All right? Or if your shit ends on this, we're going to give you... But here's the thing. Also, they're talking about tracking you. So now the question is, well, how do you track people? How do you know who's getting what and what amount are they getting? How you know if somebody's double dipping or not? Well, they said they're going to track. I think they even said biometric tracking. So boom, there you go. There you go. Right there. First thing that should come to your mind when you hear biometric tracking is MOTB. How are you going to track somebody on how much gas am I using? What about people who ain't got an address? Who ain't got a license plate? What, are they barred from getting gas? Think about this. How you track? How do you stop the people from the inside from cutting deals? Think about these things, man.
Here's the problem by limiting non-essential travel. This would also hammer the travel industry. Airlines would get hit. Hotels would get hit. Rental car agencies would get hit. Okay, tourism would plummet. So that's what is being discussed as well. They're saying that's the most likely.
They already said gig work is about to be non-existent with these gas prices. It's about to be like a nothing in for the person when your gas is like done look like over here where it's supposed to be like $2 and something, it's starting to look like over there in Nevada and California. All right, Mugs got $7 gas over here. That means, yo, you can't be a Uber driver with that type of gas, man. You know, you at that point you'll just be driving for gas. It's almost like your car breaking down and you still got to get to the job. And if you start taking Uber, it's not, the math ain't mathing. You spending just amount of you spending well, put it like this: the money that you're spending to get to the job equals damn near your check. So you spending money to essentially just go work for them and just be broke. Bro, the math ain't going math in a little bit, man.
Option, however, they have yet to implement it just yet. They say what we should be doing at this time is to encourage it first and then mandate it later.
See? Predictive programming. They're saying, hey, bro, get that out there. Start saying it. You know, energy lockdown. Start encouraging it first. And then mandate that shit. Hey, y'all mugs can only get such and such and such a gas. Before you know it, to those who actually pay taxes and got a job. Because don't forget to enforce something to make sure that, hey, you're going to have like authorities on the street making sure, or stationed up, posted up, making sure that things are going right. How's this going to work? But anyway, I got to get up out of here. Hope this was edifying. Hope you could take something from this. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.